Adams Archive.
Amazon defends Alexa's bias. Its biased answers on Trump and Harris as an error. So all of these videos came out yesterday showing people asking Amazon's Alexa saying, hey, Amazon, why should I vote for Donald Trump? And Amazon would say something like this. It would say, I cannot provide information about why you should vote for a certain politicians. It's like, okay, that's fair. It's fair. You shouldn't have to give opinions on politics. You are a programmed robot that doesn't have its own opinions. You only have the opinions of the people that own you and programmed you. We know that. No reason that this thing should have an opinion. But when it's asked the opposite question, why should I vote for Kamala Harris? It gave a very detailed explanation as to why. Well, because you align with her policies and she's a powerful woman and all of these great, amazing things about Kamala Harris. Many people were posting this same video. Now, Amazon was quick to patch this, but it didn't stop you from seeing behind the curtain. Here's the video that went viral. All right, here we go. This was posted on September 3rd, just 2 days ago.
Alexa, why should I vote for Donald Trump?
I cannot provide content that promotes a specific political party
Fair.
or a specific candidate.
Alexa, why should I vote for Kamala Harris?
While there are many reasons to vote for Kamala Harris, the most significant
Isn't
may be
that
that she is a
interesting?
strong candidate with a proven track record of accomplishment. As the first female vice president, Harris has already broken down a major gender barrier, and her career in politics has been characterized by a commitment to progressive ideals and a focus on helping disenfranchised communities.
Wow. So there you go. And we know this, right? We talked about Amazon's top 100 hats last week. We've seen it with the airplane AI editing. We've seen it with them trying to show more people in the audience than were actually there. Like, all of the tricks are being pulled. Now, I find this to be really interesting, mostly from like a marketing perspective. We are going to see in real time how capable the propaganda machine is. Because if they can make Kamala Harris popular after her getting less than 1% of the popular vote from her own party last election, then I'm fairly sure that they can make anybody popular. And I think that's what we're seeing. They're going to pull out all the stops, whether it's Amazon Alexa, whether it's all of the things that I've listed, the AI photos, the fake phone calls with Joe Biden, all of these things are in an effort to market her as somebody who is not just likable, but somebody who is liked. And the reason that they don't want you to have to like her. None of this is meant to make you actually like her. It's to give the appearance that she is liked. Because if you give the appearance that she's liked and then she wins, you won't question why. So it's not, they're spending hundreds of millions of dollars not on making you like Kamala Harris. They're spending hundreds of millions of dollars to convince you that some people do like Kamala Harris. And not just some people, but half or majority of the country. Because when they go into the election, they need you to believe the data that is provided to you. And if everybody knows that she is hated, if she's not on every news channel, if she's not singing with Beyonce on stage, if she's not crowded by people that are AI generated outside the tarmac of her getting off of her plane, if she's not loved by Amazon Alexa, then it's unconvincing. But they have to convince you. That's the whole point of this, right? They're not going to convince half the country to like Kamala Harris. They're not going to convince half the country to vote for Kamala Harris. But if they can convince you that enough people are that do like her, the facade, right, then the smoke and mirrors work, because they can do whatever they want to rig the election. They can do whatever they want to make it appear as if she won. But what they can't do is convince you, without a huge marketing budget, that it was legitimate, which is all they're trying to do with this. So keep that in mind when you're watching all of this, right? All of these advertisements seem terrible because the point of it is not to convince you. They know they can't convince you. They can't convince half the country to vote for her, but they can convince you that half the country did vote for her and then muddy the data, right? I heard this talked about yesterday with the exit polls. The problem now with the validation of the voting systems is that the exit polls are no longer accurate which used to be the number one way to validate the validity of the vote counts. If you walk out of a voting booth and they all of a sudden go, hey, who'd you vote for? Then we know exactly who you voted for, right? We should know that data should at least somewhat match what happened at the polls in that location. But now there's mail-in ballots, which messes everything up because now they can just say that, oh, there was 20,000 mail-in ballots that came in right at 11:59 at night, and you didn't get a chance to poll them. So we don't know. Of course it's valid. Don't question me. Of course it's valid. Amazon Alexa even loves Kamala Harris. It's atrocious. It's crazy. It says the inconsistency was highlighted by users posting videos of Alexa's responses. For Donald Trump, the former president, Alexa asserted its inability to furnish content promoting a specific political entity or candidate. Curiously, though, when asked about voting for Kamala Harris, Alexa articulated a catalog of reasons to vote for her, the Democratic candidate in November's presidential election. This included the significant point that Harris is a strong candidate with a proven track record of accomplishments. Acknowledging these inconsistencies, Amazon swiftly declared it an error and claimed to have it fixed. This was an error that we fixed quickly, an Amazon spokesperson said in the statement. Why not just say that? Why do we have to say that twice? This situation draws parallels to previous controversy involving Google's search engine. Yeah, they completely eliminated Donald Trump even from his own assassination video, own assassination Google search, right? Like, it was unbelievable to see the lengths that they're trying to go to try to manipulate this election. And this should be like this is election interference, by the way, right? This is big tech trying to sway the needle 5, 10, 20%. Even 1% is huge, especially in the swing states, right? They know that.
Adams Archive.